If you're seeing this video, it is because you are ready to fucking rebel. You are ready to rebel in a way that previous generations, previous revolutions have never rebelled before. And before you get out your pitchforks and your torches, this video is going to be about the internal shedding and crumbling of internal structures that are upholding the structures of capitalism, colonialism, and white supremacy that do not serve us, that are not for our best and greatest, highest good. Because with everything going on in the world right now, and the rise of class consciousness, and the rise of awareness of the illusions that have been sold to us, the propaganda that has been sold to us, these beliefs that have been taught to us, into our families, into our lineages, it is time to unpack those things and to unlearn those things, because it is all bullshit. And this topic is something that I'm really passionate about, because our internal worlds create our reality. And the reason why these structures like capitalism, colonialism, and white supremacy have lasted for so long is because we have been taught propaganda. We have been force-fed information, standards. We've been taught all of these things to be a pawn in this game. We've been taught how to work as women, as black women, as black people, if you're fucking Asian, whatever race you are, whatever gender you are, whatever sexuality you are, there is a degree of internal belief that you have been taught to believe about yourself, that you are not good enough, that you are not worthy. And then in order to be successful or to have any type of payoff for your hard work, is that you have to work and work and work and try harder and harder and harder, to the point where you're stressed out, you're burned out, and your nervous system is fucking dysregulated. If you really, really do not like the systems that are at play right now, it is up to you and I to dismantle that. And to dismantle that, we have to go within and dismantle where we are holding on to this propaganda and these beliefs that are upholding these systems that don't serve us. We have to remember who we are and to know our worth. We have to unlearn what we are taught is beautiful, what we are taught is proper etiquette, what we are taught is tolerable behavior. We have to unlearn trends. We have to unlearn constantly striving and trying to be somebody that we're not trying to fit in so we can be liked. Because truth is, you're not going to be fucking liked by everybody. And that's a hard pill that I have to swallow, babe. I'm a Leo. I have a Leo stellium in my first house, okay? I mean, that's kind of irrelevant, but like, I like being liked. As human beings, it is completely normal and natural to want to be liked. But honestly, I'm at a place in my life where I'm not willing to sacrifice myself, my path, my authenticity just to be fucking liked. True rebellion starts within. It starts with resting. It starts with regulating your nervous system. It starts with processing unprocessed emotions and trauma in your body. It starts by unlearning beliefs that have been passed down to you from generation. Mindsets that have been holding back your lineage to keeping themselves small. You have to go within. You gotta make fucking space for yourself. You gotta carve out time for yourself to create, to sit in silence, to not scroll, to not watch TV, to go outside. And I know it's cold right now, and I know in a lot of places going outside might not be a safe option. And if that is okay. You gotta learn to be gentle with yourself. You gotta learn to be kind to yourself. You gotta unlearn measuring your worth and your value by your productivity and what you are achieving. For these systems to fall, we have to make them fall internally. We have to dismantle and stop giving our attention and our focus to these beliefs and programs that have been programmed and indoctrinated into us by these systems that want us to suffer, that want us to struggle. You got to believe in yourself that you deserve better. You got to put in the effort to prove to yourself that you deserve better. You have to unpack these patterns and these defense mechanisms that you learned from fucking childhood to keep yourself safe. And when you do that, it is so crucial to do it from a place of love and compassion. Because a lot of us, if you've experienced childhood trauma, it is not your fault. It is not my fault that we experienced this trauma. But it is our job to heal. And it's just like, it's not our fault that these systems are the way that they are, but it is our job to create a better future. Just because the past has been the past does not mean that it has to be the future. If you want to see a different future for yourself, if you want to see a better tomorrow for your kids or your grandkids, you're going to have to do the work so that lineages after you, the generations after you, do not have to experience the same struggle that we do. So they do not have to experience what we are experiencing. So they do not have to be indoctrinated with the same bullshit and illusions to continue to uphold a system that doesn't care about them, that doesn't care about you or me. You got to start making sure that you care about yourself. You got to do it from a place of love. You got to realize that love is going to conquer all. Love is going to be the thing that single-handedly destroys these fucking systems. And we can protest, and we can call our senators, and we can call the government. And I think that we should do that because those actions are just as fucking important. But it's even more powerful when you are willing to go within and to make space for the parts of yourself that you've been rejecting. You gotta hold space for that shame. You don't like racism? You don't like misogyny? Where are you holding internalized misogyny and racism? If you're a fucking black woman, where are you holding internalized hatred for yourself for being a black woman? Because when you're able to unpack these things and unlearn these things and process these things and let this energy go, you're going to attract people who are your people, who value the same things as you do, who value you for who you are, and who don't care about gender or race in a way where they're going to use that against you or view you less or more than because you are that race or that gender or that sexuality. You have to unlearn that superiority in a superior race and a superior gender is fucking bullshit. Yeah, men might be stronger, but that doesn't mean they're better than us. You have to realize and unlearn that separation is an illusion. You have to learn that we are all one. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. We're all one. You have to choose to opt out of this game. And to opt out of the game is to unlearn and unpack everything that you've been taught to believe about yourself and how life is supposed to be or what life is supposed to look like. You have to unlearn these standards and expectations that society puts on you on what's successful. You have to start redefining what success is for you and what that means and looks like for you. I know I'm going through this. I know I'm in a time in my life where I'm really starting to question what success looks like for me and where I'm operating from in terms of achieving and striving for something. Because I live in a family that is very much, you have to go to work, you have to go to school, and you have to do something with your life, all of these things. And having that pressure on me and not doing the things that is expected of me has played a part in my mental health and my self-worth. But I'm starting to realize and accept for myself as I do the work and I go within and realize that these people, I don't care if you're my fucking family, I don't care if you're society, you do not get to dictate and determine what success is for me and what my life is going to look like. That is on my terms. That is my responsibility. Success for me is not going to school. It's not working a 9-to-5 job. And if that works for you, then no hate. Like, that works for you, period. But for me, no. I've tried that. I've tried that. I had a job. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. And I'm not going to set aside my integrity to fulfill other people's expectations who are probably not even fulfilled themselves. It's that simple. It's that fucking simple. What internal structures have been instilled, have we been conditioned with, have you conditioned yourself to uphold beauty standards, societal expectations, societal definitions of what's right and what's wrong, what's good, what's successful, what's good enough, what's perfect, what's not perfect, what's worthy of love and attention and acceptance, what's not worthy of love and attention and acceptance. We hold the key to changing this fucking world. We have the key to shifting society. If you desire love and community and unity, you can make that fucking happen, but you have to make that happen for yourself. You have to be honest with yourself, face that shit, and hold yourself with love. I know it's hard to be able to face aspects of yourself, like if you hold internalized racism, if you believe that you're not good enough because of X, Y, and Z, it is hard to face that shit. But as a society, all of us hold those beliefs to some degree or have in the past. But just because that is what you believe now or have now does not mean it has to be like that forever. You hold the key to making shit change. And change happens internally. I talked about this on my TikTok account, but I'm going to say it here. I feel like the conversation of revolution is very external. It is a very external action-based type of thing. But I think that the conversation of revolution should definitely include more conversations about internal healing, doing shadow work, and the intangible. Because it is revolutionary to rest. It is revolutionary to heal your inner child. It is revolutionary to nurture the parts of yourself that have been neglected and feel malnourished of love and acceptance. And especially in a society that benefits and capitalizes off of your insecurities and you feeling inadequate with yourself. And personally, I'm not okay with society and capitalists benefiting off of my insecurities. Hell no. No ma'am. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that? Because if you are, then that's your business. But I'm not. I'm not. Mm-mm. No ma'am. No ma'am. No, no, no. But dead ass. No, but I'm dead ass. No ma'am. No. I wouldn't say I would consider myself a radical. I don't really like to label myself with, like, if I'm a capitalist, if I'm a socialist. Like, I don't really resonate or know what any of those mean, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just somebody who stands for collective liberation and freedom for all people. And in order to liberate the collective, you have to liberate yourself. You gotta know what liberation looks like and feels like to teach it, to talk about it, to guide people, to help people. Being intentional with what you put your focus, your energy, and attention to. Stop focusing so much on what is going wrong. And I'm not saying this as a shaming thing, because trust me, I get caught up in it too, especially when shit is fresh. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what is going on? But it's happening for a reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's not. I don't know. There are a lot of things that I used to believe, like everything happens for a reason, but I'm starting to believe that a little bit less and less, because there are some things that just don't have an explanation, that are just happening because it's just fucking happening. It just is what it is. But the more you focus on shit that is what it is, that you can't do anything or control about it, whenever you feel hopeless and powerless, go within. The answer is always going to be go within. We can talk about revolution all we want and have this huge fantasy about what revolution is going to look like based on past revolutions, overthrowing the government. But if you're not able to put aside your differences and you're constantly arguing with somebody just because they have a different opinion than you, how productive is that really going to be? If you're going to start calling somebody names and shaming somebody who doesn't have the same opinion as you, who might not agree with you, who, you both want the same thing objectively, but there's just a little bit of crisscross, that's where going within, might help with that. And there's nothing wrong, like, we're all not going to be on the same page. We're not always going to agree with everything. We're not meant to. We're people. Like, that's the great thing about humanity, is that we all have our own different opinions. We all have our own different internal structures that make us who we are. And doing shadow work isn't about being a different person. It is about getting back to the root of who you are, your true essence as a soul, having a human experience, which is unconditional love. But we have been programmed to hate. And even in human nature, it is natural for us to default to a hierarchy type of system. But that is why most of us are here, is to unlearn that, to realize that there is no superiority, there is no hierarchy. We all are one. At the end of the day, when you strip back the human vessel, we are souls having a human experience. We are source, we are the universe experiencing itself. And what we are experiencing right now is war and division and hate and lower vibrations of consciousness. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but it doesn't serve the majority of the collective. And if you want to uplift the collective, you got to learn to uplift yourself. If you want to be able to set aside your differences and be able to work towards a common ground with somebody you might not agree with, you have to learn to be able to have healthy adult conversations that don't involve insulting other people. The revolution is here. The revolution is now. It is time to rebel. Sleep, rest, create art. Nurture your inner child. Put down the phone. Put down that damn phone. It's that damn phone. Put it down. Okay? Not right now, okay? After you watch this video, after you've liked and subscribed, of course. Okay? Okay. Okay. But it's time. It's time to fucking rebel. It's time to get serious. It's time to take yourself seriously. And is this journey easy? And does it happen overnight? No. It's a journey. Journeys require peeling back layers and getting deeper and deeper in things that you didn't even fucking know were there before. I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I have an idea of where the fuck I'm headed. And it's about being consistent with myself. I've been doing a lot of fucking I haven't been dealing. Oh my God. I've been doing a lot of deep healing work. I've been getting deep, bitch. I've been learning to nurture my inner child, and I would love to make a video on how to have conversations with your inner child and nurture your inner child when you feel emotions that might be difficult to process, especially if you grew up in a family that did not know how to process, let alone accept difficult emotions, when you did not have that example. I would love to be that example for you guys, because I've been teaching myself that. I've been an example for myself, and it's very freeing to be able to meet parts of myself that used to be met with anger and rejection with love and acceptance. It is a new kind of freeing that I would always yearn for, never knew was possible, but where I'm at now proves that it is always possible. That anything is fucking possible, that it is possible to love yourself, even when it feels so far away, even when it feels impossible, even when it feels like you aren't doing it right. Trial and error is okay. It is a part of the process. It is a part of the journey. And we have to remember that we are all in this together. We're all in this together. Like High School Musical said it best. Like, fucking watch some SpongeBob, babe. Watch the original Disney movies, okay? I don't support Disney, boycott. But if you can, watch them, do that. No cap. Ew, I can't believe I just said no cap. Not me judging myself. Oh my God, y'all. But even like that, when you notice yourself judging yourself or rejecting yourself with what you say or how you speak to yourself internally, clock it, and be like, I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry that I just judged and rejected myself right then and there. And keep it moving. Okay, keep it moving. But y'all, we are truly all in this together. And there is so much potential within this change, within this energy of the unknown, the uncertainty, within literally the Tower card. Okay, if you fuck with tarot, the Tower card, but what comes after the Tower? The Star. That there is always hope in destruction. You just have to choose to see it that way. You have to be able to put your ego aside that wants to focus on the madness, that wants to victimize yourself, and focus on hope. And I'm not saying in a toxic positivity way, like allow yourself to feel the despair, allow yourself to feel hopeless, accept that you feel hopeless and powerless, but don't sit in it. I know I have a tendency to sit in my emotions and to dwell on them and to let them consume me to the point where I feel lost, to the point where sometimes I just feel like I want to die. It gets intense. But you are needed in this world. We are all needed in this world. We are here for a fucking reason. And if you feel called to this video, it's because you know you are meant to do more. You know that you are destined for more. You know that there is more out there than this choice of Republican and Democrat. Those are all illusions. You don't have two choices. You have an infinite amount of choices. You have the choice to go within and to make yourself your own authority. The illusion of choice is one of the many things that has this world in a fucking chokehold. No president is going to be a saving grace of a country if their job is to literally uphold a system that defends and gets paid by the 1% and keeps people poor. It doesn't matter if it's a black woman in office or a white man in office. Their job is to continue to uphold a system that does not serve the majority. So what do you do in that situation? You go within. You build community. You surround yourself with people who are going to unconditionally love and support you, who know your worth. You don't fall for the propaganda. You unlearn the propaganda. You start to reject the status quo. It's really simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. I hope you guys choose yourself today. I hope you guys choose yourself tomorrow and every other fucking day in your beautiful life. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Be safe out there. Shit is crazy. I'm not taking that away. Shit is crazy. Be safe. I love you.